You are looking at the Panther Pit in Napanee tonight. A couple of traditional Northern Lakes Conference powers square off as the Warsaw Tigers visit the 7th-ranked Northwood Panthers on this edition of the 46 Game of the Week. And how you doing, everybody? Alongside Angelo DiCarlo and with the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt courtside, it's Chuck Freeby. Great to have you with us for what should be an exciting Friday night of basketball on TV46. Warsaw comes in here with a record of 9-3 on the year. Matt Moore's squad is a young group, but they have fallen out of contention perhaps in the Northern Lakes Conference race. The one thing they do have going for them is they've still got half the season to go, and they can accomplish a lot starting with a win here tonight.
And they're very battle-tested. They have played in a lot of close games. We saw that a few weeks back against Penn, winning in overtime. They defeated Northridge at the buzzer. They know how to play in tough games. They're hoping this is another one of those that'll get them ready for the second season. And as you mentioned, they're young. They only have one senior starter, so this is a group that's still growing throughout the season.
Northwood, of course, won the 3A state title a year ago, and they lost a ton of talent off that team. So it's remarkable that Aaron Wolf has his team atop the Northern Lakes Conference and with an unblemished league mark.
Yeah, to be 4-0 in a very good conference like the Northern Lakes Conference this year is a testament when you lose the talent that they lost from last year. You couple with that the fact that the guys that came in to replace all the stars from last year were all members of the football team that went to the state finals and didn't get to be practicing basketball until basically basketball season started. And it's yet another great sign that they've grown throughout the year. They were a little sluggish early on because they were still figuring it out. They figured it out, and they're playing great basketball right now.
Bo Hunt joins us courtside tonight. And Bo, over the last couple of years, Northwood has absolutely dominated this rivalry. So for Warsaw, how much of tonight is between the lines and how much is between the ears?
Well, I think when you look at the aspect of between the ears, a lot of these kids weren't even a part in any of those losses. A lot of them, this is their first year on the varsity. Majority of them are just juniors, so they really didn't face any of those defeats. So I think a lot of it is on the court and between the lines. I think between these two teams, they're going to go at it. A lot of conference stuff is at stake still with Warsaw just 2-2. But if they can get a win tonight, they can put a damper in the Northwood's outright win of this conference.
It is always loud in the Panther Pit. Let me tell you, they have cranked that Soldier Boy tonight. We are ready for a good one on the St. Joe County Police Department pregame show with our keys to win, and it's next on the 46 Game of the Week.
This is the WHME TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Bill's Heating, Health Markets, Tony Letcher, St. Joseph County Police Department, Tire Rack, HealthLink, Raising Cane's, Crown Trophy, API St. Andrews Products, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, and the IHSAA.
And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. We're in Napanee tonight for Warsaw and Northwood as we get you ready for this one with our keys to win. And we'll start with the Warsaw Tigers, who are led in scoring by 6'3" junior Luke Bricker. Bricker scoring 18 points a game. He's been very good from three-point range, hitting 19 out of 50 from beyond the arc, second on the team in assist and block shots, and a pretty good rebounder at 4.5 per game. And he'll get some help from big Luke Yeager, 6'8", physical on the inside, averages 7.5 and 4 points a game. But considering who he's going up against tonight in Tyler Rosh, he is certainly a key figure in this contest tonight. The keys to win for Matt Moore and the Tigers.
We got to be shot ready on perimeter catches. They're going to look to shoot the ball from the outside an awful lot perhaps tonight. They got to get the ball to the middle of the zone, and they have to attack defensively and in transition after stops. Here's more from Matt Moore on the challenges of facing Northwood.
You know, we've got to attack. I think that's the thing. You know, the last 2 years, this hasn't been a rivalry because they've owned it. You know, they've pretty much, by halftime, the game's been over. So we have to be the aggressor tonight. We have to hit first. We have to continue to attack. And I think if we do that at both ends, we'll play aggressive. If we don't and play on our heels, they're going to control tempo. They're going to play the way they want to play, and they're really good when they get a chance to do that.
For Northwood, 2 veteran players from last year's 3A state championship team return and lead the way for this squad. One is the coach's son, the 4-year point guard Ethan Wolf. He's only 5'11", but man, has he stepped up his game this year. 15 points a contest, hitting 43% from beyond the arc and leading the state in free throw shooting. And he'll get some help inside from Tyler Rosh, the younger brother of Ian, who plays at Grace. Tyler, a 6'8" junior, leads the team in scoring with 16 points a game, 9 rebounds. Oh, and he has blocked 46 shots this year. That's an average of almost 4 a game. The keys to win for the veteran coach Aaron Wolf and his Panthers.
Rebound, that helps when you have Tyler Rosh. Execute versus multiple defenses. And how about the creativity on the keys to win from Aaron Wolf? Figure out what longtime Warsaw assistant David Wayne is writing in his notebook. Hopefully it's not cartoons, as many have projected. Perhaps it is. Here's Aaron Wolf on how big this one is tonight against Warsaw.
I think our guys have to play with some poise. But more importantly, I think it's a game that we can grow from. It's a great challenge for us. It should be a Friday night NLC game, and I think both teams have done a great job of making it a meaningful game.
A Friday night in Napanee is like few others. There will be a great crowd here tonight. We anticipate a terrific basketball game. Warsaw and number 7 Northwood are next. This has been our St. Joseph County Police Department pregame show. The opening tip-off next on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. This crowd is ready for the starting lineups, which are being introduced. The Warsaw starting lineup brought to us by our friends at Mayo Fashions. Here's Angelo DiCarlo.
Luke Bricker is a 6'3" junior averaging 18 points per game, a multi-year starter. Recently picked up his first college offer from #1 Grace in the NAIA. Robbie Finlinson, a 6'3" junior, 10 points per game, has made 23 three-pointers this season. Brant Martin, a 6'3" junior, 13.8 points per game. We'll hear from him at halftime in our 46 Student Athletes of the Week. Carson Gould, a 6-foot junior, a true point guard, averages 6.2 assists per game. And Luke Yeager, a 6'8" senior, 7.2 points and 4 rebounds per game, also averages 1 block per contest. For Northwood, Ethan Wolf is a 5'11" senior, team leading. He averages 15.4 points per game, has 36 threes, and is second in assists and steals. Keegan Stats is a 5'11" senior, 6 points per game, and leads the team in assists. Owen Rader, a 5'11" senior, 7 points per game, leads the team in steals. Tyler Roche, a 6'8" junior, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3.3 blocks per game. We'll hear from him at halftime, as well as our 46 student athlete presented by Tony Letcher of Health Markets. And Seth Russell, 6'3" senior, 3.7 points per game, ranked #1 in the senior class. He also today, IFCA Region 2 Academic All-State Valedictorian from football season.
This is the 59th meeting between these two schools. Warsaw with a big lead in the series, but Northwood has dominated the last two, including last year at the Tiger Den. We're ready to jump it up, and the Warsaw Tigers in black, Northwood in white. Panthers, who are 10-4 on the year, 4-0 in the NLC, win the opening tip. Keegan Stats over to Ethan Wolf against the man-to-man defense of the Warsaw Tigers. And underneath, Tyler Roche is blocked but fouled by Luke Yeager. And that is something that Warsaw can ill afford to have happen tonight, as Yeager, their big man, is their best defense against Tyler Roche, who will go to the foul line for 2. He is a 59% free throw shooter.
Babsco Supply, your premier electrical distributor, is a proud high school sports sponsor. They work with electrical contractors, OEM manufacturers, and walk-in consumers to make sure their electrical projects are completed successfully. Visit their locations in Elkhart and Warsaw.
Keegan Stats battling for the loose ball, but it's taken away by Luke Bricker, and Warsaw has it as they come the other way. The Tigers come in with a record of 9-3, 2-2 in NLC play. Their best wins over Columbia City, Northridge, and Penn in overtime on 46. Luke Bricker with a head and shoulder fake, but the baseline jumper is blocked by Tyler Roche, and Owen Rader with the rebound. Mark it down, that's 1 block shot for Roche.
I got it. Learned my lesson last time, not starting until halfway through. Had 5 blocks a couple weeks ago when we were here with their win over Northridge.
Northwood's best wins have come over Fort Wayne North and Fairfield. Of course, we saw the Falcons last week on TV46. Fairfield, number 8 in this week's Class 3A poll, right behind the Panthers. Roche in the paint over Yeager, missed it, and the ball tipped out to Warsaw. Tigers with Robbie Finlinson running things up top against the 2-3 zone. Luke Yeager underneath. And usually that's a very good sign for the Tigers when Yeager can be assertive on the inside.
Absolutely, he's a big body. They need him to play his best game of the season against Tyler Roche. And it's so far so good for Luke.
Keegan Stats down low to Roche, who will answer with the layup. So it's a battle of the bigs so far. Carson Gould will bring it across for Warsaw. He had the game-winning shot in their victory over Northridge in Middlebury back in the first week of January. Bricker from the base foul line misses, and Ethan Wolf with the rebound. This is Owen Rader, the quarterback from the football team. And now the veteran point guard Wolf. But Wolf being used less as a point guard this year, or a little bit more as a shooting guard. Trying to come around a screen there. Double teamed and finally gets it outside to Rosh, who will take the three and air ball up, but Keegan Stats is there to put it back.
It was an assist, Chuck. It was a pass.
I can't give that as an assist.
It was a pass, Chuck. It was a pass. They lured you in.
5-2 Northwood. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Gould on the dribble. Northwood trying to go with a zone and protect the paint. Now here's the wing jumper that's missed that time by Brant Martin. And here come the Panthers the other way.
Warsaw wants to shoot the ball from the outside. Unfortunately, so far, they're just not going.
Martin with the erasure off the screen and roll, then threw it out of bounds off Seth Russell. That's a dynamite play by Martin. How heads up was it? Well, he's our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athlete of the Week at halftime.
Here's the replay brought to you by Babsco Supply, and very good effort by Martin to knock it off of Russell as well to make sure that his team got possession.
Martin on the outside, back to Yeager. That finds an open man. That's Finlinson for three, but it's off the back iron. Good offensive rebound by Martin.
They're getting the looks. They're just not dropping the shots.
Good ball movement. Martin the head and shoulder fake, but Rosh was there to take it away. It is intimidating when you see a 6'8" fellow standing right in front of you.
Seth Russell also helping out, making it a double team inside, and you get two big guys up against you. That's a hard one to get a shot off.
Boy, Northwood really likes this matchup with Rosh, and Yeager has defended it well, but Stats gets Martin in the air, and he'll go to the line. The offensive glass has been very good for Northwood here in the early going.
Yeah, and Keegan Stats known for his offensive rebounds, and that's been big early on for him. I'd like to let you know that Lilliard Insurance Agency in Osceola believes in the importance of high school sports. They're locally owned and can assist with all your insurance needs. Visit RealValueINS.com to learn more. Lilliard Insurance, real people, real service, real value.
So both teams going to the bench. You see number 31 for Northwood, Mason Pearson, check into the lineup. Drew Sullivan comes in for Warsaw. Stats gets them both. He has 4 to lead the Panthers, who are up by 5.
This first quarter is brought to you by Bourbon Street Pizza. Thank you to Bourbon Street Pizza. Fed our crew this evening and our first quarter sponsor here tonight.
They were well sated by the time we got to the Panther pit tonight. Finlinson to Sullivan. Again, this zone defense of Northwood really giving the Tigers fits. They finally were able to get Gould loose about the foul line, and Carson Gould, the 6-foot junior, gets his first basket of the game.
And Gould, while he did have that game winner against Northridge, not necessarily known for his shooting, only averages less than 3 points per game, but had a great look there and is able to get it to drop. And they need that because the jumpers so far have not been able to go for Warsaw.
Rosh cross court. Grant Miller in the game now for Northwood. Goes back down to Rosh. He got a step on Yeager, but Yeager was able to alter the shot, and it's out of bounds off Pearson. Good defense by Luke Yeager that time.
Yeah, Luke Yeager having a great game early on here, and they need it from him. And there it looked like Tyler made a great move to the inside, has a good look, but Yeager showing that frame. It's one of the few times that Tyler Rosh is going to have someone as big as he is matching up against him.
And let's face it, they both have a wingspan with which we are unfamiliar. There's a whistle and a offensive foul on Warsaw.
It's both of our bodies combined, basically.
It could be. Call the offensive foul on Drew Sullivan. His first as you look at Matt Moore in his 4th year as the Warsaw head coach on the sidelines. Owen Rader checks back in to take the place of Keegan Stats for Northwood.
Matt Moore in his 10th year overall as a head coach in high school basketball. Also has NAIA experience at Mount Vernon Nazarene. So really good head coach. Warsaw lucky to have someone like him to replace a guy like Doug Gogol, who we saw here this evening already. He's enjoying the action from the stands now as a fan.
With his son and his grandson in tow tonight. Mason Pearson was fouled. Sullivan called for his second. And quickly, Trey Davis will check in for Warsaw.
Tacoma has been a big part of the Warsaw community for over 45 years and is proud to support Tiger basketball.
And again, Northwood will go to its bench. Seth Russell will come back into the game, and he takes the place of Mason Pearson. 3-point Panther lead. Northwood on top of this Northern Lakes Conference race. Ethan Wolf couldn't hit the rainbow three, and the ball out of bounds off Yeager.
Bourbon Street Pizza is serving up slices of happiness at all 8 locations, featuring the freshest ingredients, cheesiest goodness, and that perfect crust you can't resist. Discover all 8 Bourbon Street Pizza locations at bourbonpizza.com. A big thank you to Bourbon Street Pizza for feeding the crew prior to tonight's game.
Oh, Rosh tried to go inside, but he got poor position, and Trey Davis was able to take it away. Davis with Meidenberger on the outside. That's Carson Gould. Tigers down 3 in what has been a very defensive-oriented first quarter here in the pit. Yeager trying to draw Rosh outside, and he'll pop home the 3. It's sponsored by LT Siding Window Door, and a big 5-point first quarter for Luke Yeager has this one knotted at 7.
Now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc this season.
Seth Russell on the drive, trying to go on Trey Davis. Here's Owen Rader. Now Ethan Wolf. Wolf trying to dribble his way through traffic, and it's taken away by Carson Gould. Another Panther turnover. Berger at the other end for 2. And Warsaw has the lead for the first time tonight. The Tiger defense really forcing Northwood to go a little bit further outside here to open up its attack. Here's Grant Miller on the baseline here. Miller, the 5'11 sophomore, averaging less than a point a game, but he comes off the bench as he did when we had the Northridge game with a key bucket.
This game's health tip brought to you by HealthLink. Taking care of your mental health is as important as your physical health. Schedule a checkup at HealthLink today. HealthLink offers medical, dental, vision, behavioral health, and more.
Ricker on the inside with the left hand, no. Trey Davis takes it away. Ricker's shot would not go. And the first half, the first quarter has come to an end. What a pace we've had. Luke Yeager dunking more than donuts here. He had 5 in the first. And the Tigers and Panthers are tied at 9 on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. Tie game after 1. Let's go courtside. Bo Hunt with the Bill's Heating sideline report. Your thoughts on that first 8 minutes?
Both these teams really are very similar to each other. You know, they got the bigs inside, a couple 6'8" guys. They got a lot of perimeter players. The one difference that I do notice, and it really is affecting the game, is Warsaw perimeter players are all 6'2", 6'3", where Northwoods are all about 5'11" to 6 foot. So a lot of that length that Warsaw has on the outside, you can really see that pushing the Northwood offense out on the perimeter a little bit farther than they're comfortable, guys.
Second quarter brought to us by our friends at Ticomet. First quarter stats. Warsaw was 4 of 10 from the field. Northwood 3 of 10 from the field. But the Panthers were able to get to the line. And if you take a look at the total rebounds, well, 6-5 in favor of Northwood.
Make it 7-5 now after that one.
Owen Rader finds Seth Russell. Here's Rosh down on the block with a young fella on him. Rosh threw it away.
Luke Yeager out of the game to start this second quarter, but Warsaw's defense against Tyler Rosh continuing to be doing a really nice job, really making life difficult for him.
Reed Nelson had the defense that time. That's only his 4th game that he's played at the varsity level this year. Difficult assignment, but boy, he handled it well his first time down the floor. Eidenberger takes it across the top of the key. That's Luke Bricker, nearly traveled. Gould gets it back for Warsaw. Worked his way in, nobody in front of him, so hit the shot. Why not?
It's almost as if they're daring him to shoot the ball, and he said, okay, I will if I must. And he's made both shots he's attempted so far here tonight.
If you're gonna leave me this open. Ethan Wolf down low on the block to Rosh. Oh, he got mugged. Eidenberger came over and just nailed him.
It appears and we take a look at the replay brought to you by Babsco Supply. The strategy, don't let him shoot. And sometimes it's clean, and sometimes we're just not going to let him shoot.
Ethan Wolf walks in the back door and gets his first basket of the night. The 5'11" senior averaging 15 a game. Didn't have anything in the first quarter. Berger gets tied up by Rader. Alternating possession gives it to Northwood. Turnover on Warsaw.
Tonight's game sponsored by Dental Solutions on State Road 15 in Warsaw. Dr. Bill Stouffer and Dr. Brock Spengel congratulate the Tigers on a great season so far. Dental Solutions is accepting new families, so call today or visit dentalsolutions.net.
The starters come back in for Warsaw. Finlinson and Yeager come back in. And it's taken away by Finlinson. Robbie Finlinson had it stripped away by Ethan Wolf. Rosh is wide open. Showtime in Napanee. But then Yeager.
And then you see that there's a good chunk of Warsaw fans as well here tonight.
5:49 to go first half. Tied at 13. Thank you very much on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Raising Cane's Craveable Chicken Finger Meals. One love.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is globally known as the knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. Like the teams in this game, Imagineering is always working towards a great finish. Thank you, Imagineering, for your continued support of high school sports on TV46. Do we have a sponsor for dunks tonight?
If they did, they would have had a few mentions by now. 13-13 game early in the second quarter.
Well, we felt this was going to be a battle between Yeager and Rosh, and it really has been in every sense. And now here comes the turnover once again.
Owen Rader falls down for the 5th Northwood turnover of the first half.
4 meanwhile for Warsaw, so that has been even. The battle of the bigs has been pretty even. The shooting feels like it's been even, and that's why it's 13-13.
Luke Bricker on the outside for Warsaw. There's Yeager down low. Finlinson calling for the ball over in the right corner, but it was a foul called on Keegan Statz. And that's the first on the Northwood senior.
Northwood thought they had a clean look at that one, just get a hand on him, and had a double team, and he was in a tough spot, but they get the foul called against him.
In fact, that's the first foul on Northwood all night.
It's been a pretty clean game in terms of that. There have not been many stoppages.
Grant Martin for 3 is short, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Warsaw.
LT Siding Window Door in Warsaw is proud to sponsor the Tigers and tonight's game. For superior products and service at a fair price, go to ltsidingwindowdoor.com or visit them on Facebook.
Owen Rader brings it up for the Panthers. Rader looking for help, finds Seth Russell. That worked well during football season. Rader just inside the arc. His jumper's become much better since he's had his basketball legs.
Yeah, and I think early on, including his outside shot, the three-pointer, maybe his shooting percentage on three-pointers early on wasn't there, and it's grown throughout because, you know, you got to find yourself in a different sport as you exit the season. Shooting the basketball is a little different than throwing the football.
A lot different. Here's Gould again. Wouldn't go, but Yeager, like Gulliver with the Lilliputians, goes up over Keegan Stats and draws the foul on Stats, his second.
Yoder Stutzman Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has been serving Napanee and the surrounding area since 1969. They're committed to what they do and are here to serve you for your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Yoder Stutzman Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, building lasting solutions.
Gould in the corner. Rosh is all over him along with Stats, and Gould was able to find an escape, and Yeager gets the land. But that was due to the persistence of Carson Gould, who somehow got away from a double team and then realized where the advantage was.
Matt Moore was a point guard. He loves Carson Gould because he is a throwback, true point guard, and you see the evidence right there.
He says Gould's the toughest kid on the team. Here's Rader for three. The iron unkind, and the rebound comes to Gould. Warsaw with numbers. In transition, Brant Martin got it. And the Tigers go back in front by 2.
Martin's first points of the night.
Stats goes baseline, lost it off his foot. Great defense by Bricker that time.
Turnover number 6 now on Northwood. Bensoft Pretzels has been supporting high school athletics since 2008. They believe that sports are an important part of a well-rounded education, and they're proud to support the next generation of athletes. Find Bensoft Pretzels at the University Park Mall and at most major Notre Dame athletic events. Have a pretzel day.
Russell read the mail that time and came over and intercepted. Put a dynamite screen, in fact, too good a screen. And Carson Gould goes down in a heap on the moving screen called on Russell. You could see him setting it up. You'll get another look here on the Babsco Supply replay.
Never fun to get hit in the knee like that. And he'll take a break on the bench.
Warsaw trying to build on a 2-point lead. Finlinson for 3. That's too strong, and Yeager tipped it out of bounds. They don't mind Finlinson taking that shot. He was a 47% three-point shooter coming in, but he's 0 for 2 from outside the arc tonight. Rader will bring it across for the Panthers. Whole lot of clutching and grabbing going on. Down low.
Great
Wolf
atmosphere.
open for 3. Too strong.
I don't know.
Bricker, I'm not sure. He just couldn't get the hand on it and wound up tipping it all the way down the length of the court, which if you're on defense right now, not a bad idea. It gives you a breather. Reed Nelson will take the place of Luke Yeager. And let's see if Northwood tries to go right at the 6'3" junior.
Let Alderfer Bergen and Company be the head coach of your financial planning team. Located at 122 West Market Street in Warsaw and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial member FINRA SIPC.
Indeed, they go to Rosh on the high post. Here's Wolf. Had it knocked away from behind, and Rader was the last one to touch it. 7 Northwood turnovers. This is a team that averages less than 12 a game, so the Warsaw defense really giving them fits.
Looking for your dream home? Embrace the pace in Napanee's newest neighborhood development, Wellfield Community. The multi-generational development by R. Yoder Construction offers villa options along with single-family and estate home properties. Construction and home sales have begun, and you can start your journey at wellfieldcommunity.com.
Brant Martin looking for help. Gould with the cut, but then his pass is taken by Tyler Rosh. Well, both these teams playing such tremendous defense early in this one.
6 turnovers now for Warsaw.
Rosh again working against Nelson. Rader for 3. Rosh the offensive rebound, and he's coming right to the hole, and it's knocked away by Brant Martin. Martin all the way. Charges.
High intensity, high energy, that type of environment. Seth Russell getting those feet set. That's why he's ranked #1 in Northwood senior class.
Luke Bricker will come back in for the Tigers. Been a while since either team has scored in this one. Warsaw being able to keep Rosh at bay with Yeager on the bench. This has to be a huge plus for Matt Moore's team. Rader too strong on the layup, but Nelson couldn't control the carom. It goes out of bounds, and Yeager will come back in for Warsaw.
Male Fashions in Warsaw cheers for the Tigers. Male Fashions is your home for formal business, casual clothes for men. Check out the new location on Buffalo Street in downtown Warsaw. Check out Male Fashions on Facebook and Instagram.
Stats to Rosh on the inbound, and Rosh had it blocked by Yeager. And it's knocked out of bounds off Northwood.
Well, we talk about the blocking abilities of Tyler Rosh, but Luke Yeager is the one that's got more blocks so far here tonight. Yeager with 2, Rosh with 1 so far.
Let's see if Warsaw decides to try to hold for one shot here. Nope, they threw it away.
Stepped right on that baseline, on the sideline there. Front of that Northwood student section.
As always, vocal. Now Northwood can try to hold for the last shot. Ethan Wolf. Here's Seth Russell driving on Trey Davis, who blocked the shot. Stats threw it right into the hands of a Tiger. Gould will race up the floor. Bricker to Yeager. And he'll go to the line for free throws, sponsored by Dental Solutions.
St. Joseph County Police Department is here to protect and serve our community, and they're looking for more people to join their team. Employment opportunities for high school graduates are available, and they offer outstanding benefits and a true family environment on their team. Learn more at fjcindiana.com/employment.
Luke Yeager now with 10 points. Came in only averaging 7 points a game. He's already committed to play basketball at Olivet Nazarene. And he went 1 for 2 at the stripe. Northwood will have a chance to get the tie. Ethan Wolf leaping late. Oh, he got it!
Here's the Bapso Supply replay.
And let's go down to Bohum with a courtside report with Matt Moore.
Matt, up until that last three-pointer, you led for most of the second quarter there. Very defensive played game out there. Just your thoughts in the first half.
We're getting good shots. We're going to continue to get good shots. We got to continue to take them. You know, I think we're being too aggressive at how deep. When we do get the ball in the middle, guys are trying to challenge Roush. You probably got to stop at about 8 feet and willing to take that shot. You know, we got to make open shots, though.
Thanks for your time. Best luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
What an electric first half in the pit. How do we follow that act? How about with some Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week? As exciting as a half-court shot, and it comes your way next on 46.
Time now for our 46 Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets, and we have a pair of junior basketball players representing Warsaw and Northwood this evening. Tyler Rosh, the junior from Northwood, as well as Brant Martin from Warsaw. Brant, we'll start with you. You play basketball, baseball. You have a 4.09 GPA. How do you balance it all?
I do a lot of my work in school, so I don't have to do much at home, so I just go home and rest after practice.
You've been involved in 4-H for the better part of your life. Tell us a little bit about that, and you've had some great success over the years there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good to hang out with friends there. Just teaches me a lot about responsibility and just an enjoyable time.
What do you learn when in your years doing that? How has it helped you mature as a person?
It just teaches me to be responsible because, got to take care of the animals and then, like, just, so I think just working together, like teamwork, takes a lot of that too.
And then what does being a Warsaw Tiger mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, I've always dreamed from as a kid, just watching from the stands, watching us play, watching the intro. It's always imagined me being there.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tyler Rosh is our representative from Northwood. He's got a 3.9 GPA, plays basketball, also involved with unified flag football. Tell us how you make it all work.
Yeah, just time management and just trying to put my schoolwork first.
Youth group, mission trips are something you're very passionate about. Why is that, and how rewarding are those?
Yeah, it's something I look forward to every single year, and it's just good to go out and spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Where are some of the places you've gone on your trips?
I've been to Hawaii, Romania, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Memphis.
So how rewarding is that to go do that?
Yeah, it's definitely rewarding. I'm able to deepen my faith in Christ and just spread his news, yeah.
What does Northwood High School, the Northwood community, mean to you and your family?
Yeah, it means a lot. The community is phenomenal. The fan base is awesome. They show up to every single game, and it's just amazing to play for them.
Tyler, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tyler Rosh, Brant Martin, Warsaw, Northwood. We've got your first half highlights and stats right after this on the TV46 Game of the Week. This is your 46 Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets.
And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life. An 18-18 tie at halftime between Warsaw and number 7 Northwood here at the Panther Pit. Welcome into our St. Joseph County Police Department halftime show. Chuck Freeby and Angelo DiCarlo high above the fray. Inhale, exhale. Wow, what a first half.
I mean, for a game that's 18-18,
Yeah.
you look at the score and you're like, well, that can't be that entertaining. Boy, did it have the entertainment value. It had a half-court shot. It had dunks. It had blocks. It had great defense. And this was very entertaining between two very good teams, two of the best in our area.
We're going to break it up in the highlights tonight. Show you Warsaw first, then Northwood. And Warsaw, really it's all about Luke Yeager so far, because the big fella, not only has he had the dunk, he's been able to hit from three-point range, had another dunk inside. He has really established himself with 10 points in the first half and led the Tigers, well, more than half of their points. Now, in terms of the Northwood Panthers, Ethan Wolf was quiet in the first quarter, but in the second quarter started to get on track with a layup. Tyler Roche, we expected a good game out of him. He had 5 points. But really, the big question will be, how much momentum can Northwood carry off the half-court shot that Wolf hits just before the halftime buzzer to tie the game at 18.
The beat of the heart right there from Ethan Wolf. That was a great way to end the first half, an electric first half, as we take a look at the first half stats and look at it pretty even all around in every category. That's why it's 18-18, right? I mean, nothing really standing out. The field goal percentage slightly better for Warsaw over Northwood, but outside of that, even Steven all around for these two teams.
So what kind of adjustments will Aaron Wolf make at the break? We'll find out when he comes back, when Bo Hunt chats with him. In the meantime, this has been our St. Joseph County Police Department halftime report. Knotted at 18 between Warsaw and Northwood on the 46 Game of the Week. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by HealthLink, your community health center. So we promised you the words of Aaron Wolf when we came back for the second half. Bo Hunt, what did the Northwood coach have to say?
Aaron talked about how this is the type of game they thought it was going to be. It's going to be a very physical game. We just got to be a little bit more physical than we were in that first half. Take care of the basketball as usual and make some shots. He said that's one of the biggest things. They had opportunities, they just didn't make them. I asked him about Warsaw's length and pushing them out on the perimeter. He goes, yeah, that's affected our shot. He goes, really got to get open, move the ball a little bit better. Guys?
Bo's Courtside Report brought to us in part by Bill's Heating, and our third quarter being brought to us by our friends at the Topping Dental Group.
Circle M Spring in Warsaw's complete CNC facility, providing orthopedic components and springs to military, aerospace, and many other industries. Circle M Spring has the machining capabilities to handle your next project.
18-18 the score as we get ready to start the second half. Warsaw will begin the third quarter with possession of the basketball.
It'll be interesting to see the adjustment that Northwood does able to make to see if they can get better looks for Tyler Roche inside. Again, not having to face a big guy like Luke Yeager much this season, that has probably affected Tyler on the inside of the game.
Carson Gould down to Luke Bricker. Gould directing traffic. He wants Bricker on the high post. That opened up room for Finlinson. And Robbie Finlinson with his first basket of the game puts Warsaw back in front. Finlinson, a junior, averaging 10 points a game. He had been very quiet in this one so far. Russell found the back door open, bangs against Gould, who knocked it away, and Brant Martin gets the steal. Boy, Carson Gould playing some dynamite defense all over the floor tonight. Yeager, Bricker. Warsaw really has a bunch of shooters loaded on one side. That opened up some room for Finlandson again. And Keegan Stats knocked it away, but Bricker recovers and throws it away. These close games are nothing new for the Warsaw Tigers. Matt Moore's squad has been through some cliffhangers this year. In fact, 8 of Warsaw's 12 games have been decided by 6 points or less, which is why Matt looks the way he does now.
And they've done a nice job in most of them. And no matter what, even if you do lose some of those games, they're preparing you. They're preparing a young team with 4 underclassmen starters for the postseason and what will be a very tough 4A sectional, as always, at Elkhart.
Owen Rader needing help, and Keegan Stats is there to deliver. Stats trying to dribble his way into the paint, lobs it down to Seth Russell, and Russell kicks it to Tyler Rosh. Nobody seems to want to take a shot, and NorthWood wound up wasting a possession. Finlandson for 3. It's short, and a battle for the loose ball. Look at the bodies hit the floor, and a timeout called by Warsaw. It's sponsored by Alderfer Bergen. 5:55 to go in the third. Tigers clinging to a 2-point lead on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Ben's Soft Pretzels, serving our community one pretzel at a time. Now, usually our questions tie in with the game we're doing, but we had such a great graphic for our question Tuesday night that we didn't get to bring you. We decided to bring it to you tonight. In his senior year at Bremen, did Bo Hunt score more points in football or basketball?
I'm wondering if Bo knows the answer to this question. I mean, he may not know.
Well,
do you?
Let's just do the math. I played approximately 25 basketball games and averaged about 10 a game.
Yeah.
I played 14 football games, I believe, my
Your
senior
year?
Yep, I believe it was 14. So I'd have to average almost 3 touchdowns a game. I don't know.
Oh, come on. You were also a kicker.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, if that's 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points, that's 21 points.
I think Marty
So you made all your kicks is what you're telling me?
He was a Garo Yepremian of Bremen. Brant Martin misses, but Keegan Stats with the outlet pass to Rosh, and look at Carson Gould come through with yet another steal. And he serpentines his way to Yeager, who missed the dunk. This basket still shaking from the 6'8" Yeager trying to jam it home.
I'm worried for us up here. That rocked
Wolf
the gym.
for 3. Too strong. Here's Finlandson. Oh, there's Yeager underneath, and he got Russell up for the bucket of the bump.
Well, and that's great to be able to go right back to him and get him that confidence right back. He obviously has had confidence here tonight as you take a look at the replay brought to you by Babsco Supply, and the free throw coming up brought to you by Dental Solutions. But great effort there and a great look inside on the pass to Yeager, who's having an outstanding game.
13 points, that's what he had at Concord the other night. His career high 18 against Carroll this year. Warsaw with its biggest lead at 5, and it gets a little nervous for the folks in Napanee.
NorthWood is yet to score here in the second half.
Tyler Rosh over Yeager. He responds. No basket. Wave it off. They say offensive foul on NorthWood.
Well, you talk about confidence. Tyler Rosh probably getting the frustrations have to be building here because he feels like he's doing the things he usually does, and there he gets called for the offensive foul.
Here's Luke Bricker, double team. Bricker for three, no. He'll drive inside, and Rosh is called for his second foul.
Time for new tires. Go to TireRack.com and try their easy-to-use tire decision guide to get a personalized tire recommendation. They sell only the best brands backed by test results, consumer ratings, and customer reviews. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Well, there's David Wayne with that notebook like Aaron Wolf was talking about, but so far no writing in it. Oh, it went behind Gould. He wasn't looking for the pass. Ethan Wolf will take it the distance, and a foul is called underneath. It'll be a two-shot foul and send Wolf to the line where he is dangerous.
Here's the replay brought to you by Babsco Supply.
Foul called on Robbie Finlinson, and here is the state's leading free throw shooter going to the line in Ethan Wolf. He is hitting at a 92% clip this season.
It's incredible.
I rounded up the 91.5, and of course we got him. Wasn't the announcer's jinx, it was the graphic jinx.
Who created the...
The announcer did. Ball knocked out of bounds by Warsaw, though.
He's not 100%. Got to miss 1 out of 10.
It's still an A.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Raider for three. That's well short. But look at Keegan's stats battle. Couldn't hit the layup. Ball loose again, and Warsaw has it.
Great job there by Martin to keep his poise and get the ball to an open man there before he fell out of bounds.
Tigers trying to build on a 4-point lead.
That free throw from Wolf, the only point so far for Northwood here in the third quarter.
Gould had it poked away from behind by Owen Rader.
That's why Owen Rader leads the team in steals right there. Great effort there.
Didn't hurt to have the distraction of Rosh, and then Wolf with the pull-up jumper. Ewo has 8. And the Panthers back within 2. Gould. Sullivan at the high post, couldn't get it to Yeager on the low. And a timeout called by Matt Moore. It's sponsored by Alder for Bergen. 2:58 to go in the third. And again, Warsaw holding on to a 2-point lead on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by API St. Andrews. 31 years of success. Bo Hunt, I wish you had a monitor to see the answer pop up for this question, because we did this in graphic form too. To answer the question, yeah, that's right, we put Bo in the Bremen football helmet. He had 280 points his senior year in football, 245 in basketball. And how many runs did you score in baseball, Bo?
Yeah, I believe if you add it all up, I'm well over 500. We'll just put it at that.
Well, you had over 500 with the football and basketball. Come on, man. You scored a few runs your senior year.
Yeah, I think I was right around 60.
Okay. 2-point lead for the Warsaw Tigers. Trying to get another road win. Go to 5-1 on the road this year. Their only loss was last Friday at McEwen Gym against Concord. Gould had it swatted away by Mason Pearson.
Great job there by Yeager, just battling inside, getting that rebound.
Yeager gets it to Bricker, who banks it home. Luke Bricker, the leading scorer on this Warsaw team, with his first basket of the night, and yet the Tigers lead by 4.
He averages 18 points a game. Kind of crazy that is his first look, and really it's his first basketball, but he hasn't had many looks throughout this game. They've done a good job, Northwood has, of denying him good shot selection here tonight.
Ethan Wolf lost his man. Couldn't hit the three, though. Northwood, as Aaron Wolf told Bo at halftime, they've had looks. They haven't cashed them in. Bricker will try and hit. It's sponsored by LT Siding Window Door. Luke Bricker, just as he did in the fourth quarter against Penn, starting to heat up. Panthers trail by 7. Tiger fans on their feet. 1:37 to go in the third. Back with more after this on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. So here's the importance of this game tonight. A lot of people in Dunlap and Mishawaka rooting hard for the Warsaw Tigers right now because a Northwood loss would drop them into a tie with those two teams, assuming they win tonight. And it would also keep Warsaw's title hopes alive.
Yeah, I mean, I said this a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a two-loss team to win the NLC because there's just so many talented groups that it's pretty even. Northwood has done an excellent job of going off to a 4-0 start, but they're going to get one here at some point, and maybe Warsaw's got them here tonight, up by 7 here late in the third. Babsco Supply, your premier electrical distributor, is proud supporter of high school sports. They work with electrical contractors, OEM manufacturers, and walk-in consumers to make sure their electrical projects are completed successfully. Visit their locations in Elkhart and Warsaw.
Northwood has been held to just 3 points in the first 6.5 minutes of the third quarter. Ethan Wolf travels.
That's turnover number 16 for Northwood here tonight.
That is unbelievable total for Aaron Wolf's squad.
And that's kind of been the difference here because Warsaw has 11. While it's a high number for Warsaw as well, at this point in the game, you know, they only average 11 turnovers a game, but 5 less than Northwood makes a big difference at this point.
Tigers by a touchdown with 1:16 to go in the third.
Tacoman has been a part of the Warsaw community for over 45 years and is proud to support Tiger basketball. Bourbon Street Pizza is serving up slices of happiness at all 8 locations, featuring the freshest ingredients, the cheesiest goodness, and that perfect crust you can't resist. Discover all 8 Bourbon Street Pizza locations at bourbonpizza.com. And another big thank you to Bourbon Street Pizza for feeding our crew tonight.
Gould in trouble. Double teamed, knocked away by Stats, and he'll go the distance, but missed the layup. Raiders short on the putback. That is at least 3 missed layups in this quarter for Northwood.
Yeah, there's been a few times here tonight. Those are the ones you want back. It's one thing when you can't miss you miss a shot, that's going to happen. But when you have those good looks, you got to be able to finish, and those are the ones Aaron Wolf's going to be reviewing, you know, with his team.
Raider knocks it out of bounds, and Matt Moore will go to his bench for the last 15 seconds of the quarter, put Meidenberger in, take Luke Yeager out, get a little bit of extra rest for his big man.
This game's health tip brought to you by HealthLink. Taking care of your mental health is as important as your physical health. Schedule a checkup at HealthLink today. HealthLink offers mental, dental, vision, behavioral health, and more.
Berger checks the clock. You see it, right-hand corner of the TireRack scoreboard. Berger over Rosh. Too hard. Martin couldn't hit, wanted a foul call, didn't get it, and the third quarter comes to an end here in the Panther pit. The Northwood Panthers have won 18 consecutive Northern Lakes Conference games, but that streak may be coming to an end. Warsaw leads 28-21. We go to the fourth on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, keeping education in front of athletics. We keep Bo Hunt in front of our sideline camera. He has a Bills Heating courtside report. What made the difference for Warsaw in that third quarter, Bo?
Well, I think one of the biggest thing, and Aaron Wolf talked about it, is NorthWood couldn't hit any shots. I mean, they only had 3 points, only 1 basket in that third quarter by his son. And I think one of the biggest things is that extension that we talked about with NorthWood, the length that they have, their ability to really push things out, and they really limited Tyler Rosh on the inside, guys.
Fourth quarter being brought to us by our friend Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Dental Solutions on State Road 15 in Warsaw. Dr. Bill Stouffer and Dr. Brock Spengel congratulate the Tigers on a great season so far. Dental Solutions accepting new families, so call today or visit dentalsolutions.net.
NorthWood was just 1 of 8 from the field in the third quarter and 0 for 4 from three-point range. Tyler Rosh inside, worked around Luke Yeager, couldn't hit the shot, and it's knocked out of bounds by NorthWood, and Aaron Wolf just hangs his head on the sideline. You can't get a better look than that.
That's 4 now in this half. That even if you make 3 of them, it's a 1-point game.
Rader knocks that one out of bounds.
And those have been the 2 differences. The turnovers and the missed layups have been the difference in this 7-point game here that has Warsaw ahead by a touchdown.
Carson Gould whips it down low and a beautiful pass out to Yeager, but he is fouled on the way up.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is globally known as the knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. Like the teams in this game, Imagineering is always working towards a great finish. Thank you, Imagineering, for your continued support of high school sports on 46.
3 fouls now on Tyler Rosh. Warsaw will go down low with Bricker. 7 points in the second half for the junior, and the Tigers lead it by 9. Ethan Wolf with the drive, and the layup is off the mark. Here comes Warsaw the other way. Nice pass down low to Finlinson, and he wisely brings it back out. That gives Bricker to Yeager for 2. 15 for the big fella. 3 of them on jam sessions.
He's been excellent all night. We've wondered whether or not he can hang with Tyler Rosh. He's showing he can, and he's played a lot of minutes, perhaps the most minutes he's played all season long, and done an excellent job in doing so.
Seth Russell was fouled by Brant Martin.
Take a look
here's
at the
Babsco Supply with a replay of the last dunk by Yeager.
Go inside, and the big fella finishing.
But now Seth Russell with a chance to get some points with the clock stopped. Russell, a 46% foul shooter on the year, hits the first. That's his first point of the night for the 3-sport athlete.
LT Siding Window Door in Warsaw is proud to sponsor the Tigers in tonight's game. For superior products and service at a fair price, go to ltsidingwindowdoor.com or visit them on Facebook.
Warsaw by 10, really trying to throw the Northern Lakes Conference race into a tizzy. Bricker struggling, found Carson Gould. Gould's pass intercepted by Rader. And Finlinson fouled him in the backcourt. The Panther fans come to their feet. They feel it's been a pretty physical game tonight. Not a lot of fouls like that have been called.
Only 4 points for NorthWood here in the second half. 10 minutes of basketball in the second half. 4 points for NorthWood.
Ethan Wolf went all the way and then had it rejected by Luke Bricker, and a great save by Finlinson. Bricker wide open. Stop, rise, fire. Short. Out of bounds off Warsaw.
Yoder Stutzman Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has been serving Napanee and the surrounding area since 1969. They're committed to what they do and are here to serve you for your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Yoder Stutzman Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, building lasting solutions.
There you saw the terrific save by Finlinson on the Babsco Supply replay. Yeager doing a yeoman's job on defense as he knocks it away from Rosh. Tyler Rosh held to just 5 points in this game by big Luke Yeager.
It's a 10-point lead here for Warsaw. Northwood will have to go on an incredible run in this last 5:40 to get back in this one. Still
Rosh will
plenty of
try
time
from the foul line in this. There's plenty of time if you're hitting shots, but the problem for Northwood right now is they're not. And another foul called on the Panthers, this one on Seth Russell.
Ben Soft Pretzels have been supporting high school athletics since 2008. They believe that sports are an important part of a well-rounded education and are proud to support the next generation of athletes. Find Ben Soft Pretzels at the University Park Mall, and at most major Notre Dame athletic events have a pretzel day. I enjoyed a nice Ben Soft pretzel at a Notre Dame event last night with my daughter and wife at the Notre Dame women's basketball game.
How much of the pretzel did they get versus you?
Lily had her share, let me tell you.
Rader knocks that pass out of bounds. But Warsaw comfortable taking its time here with a 10-point lead and 5:13 to go. It'd be a big win for Matt Moore's squad. They're first over the Panthers in the last couple of years.
Let Al Durfer Bergen and Company be the head coach of your financial planning team, located at 122 West Market Street in Warsaw and online at aldurferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And the timeout sponsored by Aldorfer Bergen. It comes with 5:05 to go in regulation. Warsaw leads by 10 on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. Chuck Freebie, Angelo DiCarlo, Bo Hunt back with you at the Panther Pit. 32-22 in favor of Warsaw.
If you're looking for your new dream home, embrace the pace on Napanee's newest neighborhood development, Wellfield Community. The multi-generation development by R. Yoder Construction offers villa options along with single-family and estate home properties, all designed to suit your unique taste and lifestyle. Construction and home sales have begun, and you can start your journey at wellfieldcommunity.com.
Reminder, next Friday night, it's girls tournament action on TV46. We'll be at Northridge for a sectional semifinal between the winner of the Warsaw-Northridge game on Tuesday night and the Elkhart Lady Lions. Should be a fun one. We'll show it to you Friday night at 11 and Saturday morning at 9, and also have the live stream on ihsatv.org. Warsaw throws it away coming out of the timeout.
I imagine that is not what Matt Moore drew up in the huddle. And now Northwood in a must-get possession here, down by 10 with 5 minutes to play.
Ethan Wolf, topside triple. And a timeout quickly taken by Northwood with 4:43 to go. We'll keep it right here.
Well, a huge three by Ethan Wolf. Now 11 points in the game, his second triple. Of course, the first one was at the end of the first half, and that gets him within 7 here as Male Fashions in Warsaw cheer for the Tigers here tonight. Male Fashions is your home for formal business casual clothes for men. Check out the new locations on Buffalo Street in downtown Warsaw. Check out Male Fashions on Facebook and Instagram.
As we told you a moment ago, the Northwood Panthers have won 18 consecutive Northern Lakes Conference games. Put that streak in jeopardy here tonight as they trail by 7 with 4:43 to go in regulation. A key Ethan Wolf three-pointer just got the lead back into single digits.
And there you see the standings again. Warsaw look, if they lose, they're definitely 100% out of the race. They win, there still could be chaos and allow them to get back in this thing. And certainly, as Chuck mentioned earlier, Concord and Mishawaka would love to see a Northwood loss to get themselves back in the conversation as well.
And they both posted wins tonight. Concord beat Wawasee, Mishawaka victorious over Goshen. So Warsaw trying to do the rest of the NLC a solid here in the Panther Pit, and a blocking foul called on Seth Russell.
Circle M Spring in Warsaw's complete CNC facility, providing orthopedic components and springs to military, aerospace, and many other industries. Circle M Spring has the machining capabilities to handle your next project.
It'll be an inbounds pass here for Warsaw, and Northwood will go to the bench. Mason Pearson will come back in to take the place of Seth Russell, who fouls out.
I think the critical stat here, or factoid that you mentioned earlier, was those cliffhangers. And Warsaw, 8 of 12 games being decided by 6 points or less. They know what to do in situations like this.
And by the way, they've been really good in those games too. And they've been really good on the road this year, as we saw in their overtime win at Penn. Grant Martin missed the layup. Pearson a big rebound for Northwood. Don't start writing the obit yet. Ethan Wolf trying to put Carson Gould on skates. Couldn't put it in, and a big rebound by Grant Martin. Finlayson to Yeager, underneath for 2. He has 17.
He's been awesome. Simply awesome here tonight.
Half the Tiger points scored by the 6'8" senior. And a reach-in foul called on Brant Martin.
I mean, coming in, you just need Luke Yeager to be in the vicinity of Tyler Roche, right? And then you feel like Warsaw has a chance. He's outscored him 17-5.
And a lot of the reason Roche only has 5 is because of Luke Yeager at the other end.
Absolutely. Yeager having a fantastic game.
Now Roche gets 2 right there, his first 2 of the second half. But the Tigers can afford to trade baskets here. Northwood has to get stops.
Missed shot here by Warsaw, and a Wolf 3 could change things in an awful hurry.
Finlayson with a short 3, and Matt Moore did not like the shot selection. Pass knocked out of bounds by Sullivan. You get the feeling if Northwood could get one more 3-pointer here, all of a sudden this Napanee crowd that's been quiet in the 4th quarter would start roaring. Roche with a 2.
But even there, getting within 5 here, now it's all about the defense. Can you force him into a shot quickly or force a turnover here?
2-possession game at the Pit. Gould, whoa, that was close. And the Tiger fans breathe a sigh of relief as they take a timeout, sponsored by Alder for Bergen. We'll take it as well. 2:30 to go in this one. Tigers scratching, clawing, leading by 5 on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Raising Cane's craveable chicken finger meals. That's one love. A reminder, we've got college basketball on TV46. Saturday evening, it is the US 20 Highway Cup as the Bethel Pilots take on the Goshen Maple Leafs in a long-time NAIA series. Anj and I will be courtside at the Whitecap Center for this one, and we'll show it to you Saturday night at 9.
Two teams littered by local talent in their starting lineups especially, so great chance to see some of the kids who you used to watch here in the 46 Game of the Week now flourishing in the college game, led by, of course, Drew Lutz, who's got over 2,000 career points.
Yeah, off the top of my head, you got Penn, Jimtown, Plymouth, Valparaiso, South Bend, Washington, Warsaw. Judas and Fuquay plays for Goshen. So Tiger fans, tune in to see your guy tomorrow night.
NorthWood hoping for a turnover here.
Let's see how Matt Moore's plan unfolds here.
Oh, the balance between killing the clock, but also making sure you don't make a mistake.
Yeager not in the game right now to give him that power inside, and Finlayson lost the handle.
2 minutes to play, and now it's only a 2-possession game.
NorthWood with 2 timeouts remaining.
Plenty of time left.
Rosh guarded by Sullivan. Rosh and fouled by Sullivan, but the foul is on the floor. And it's only the 4th on the Tigers.
Although that will send NorthWood to the free throw line. Next foul the rest of the way.
Meanwhile, Luke Yeager checks back in. The big fella just one off of his career high. Lob down to Rosh. Keegan stats. Wolf and Rosh are the scorers on this NorthWood team. Rader will occasionally fire up a 3, but right now it's all Ethan Wolf dribbling and Carson Gould defending him well. Somehow Wolf got it to go. He has 13. 3-point game at the pit with 1:18 to go.
Well, you knew they weren't going to go away easily. 18 straight Northern Lakes Conference wins, defending state champions, and Ethan Wolf on the Babsco Supply replay, willing his way in to the basket. He's made 5 of the hardest points here tonight. A 3-pointer at the buzzer in the first half, and those 2 points right there.
Reminder, Big Ten basketball on the radio tomorrow on Pulse FM 103.1. The Indiana Hoosiers have to go to Chambana and take on Brad Underwood's Fighting Illini of Illinois. We'll have Don Fisher's call for you on your home for Big Ten basketball in Michiana, Pulse FM 103.1. Bohan, I want to go down to you. Matt Moore talked about attack, attack, attack before the game. Do you think Warsaw's a little guilty of taking the foot off the pedal here in the 4th quarter? Or maybe have they attacked too much and taken some unwise shots?
No, I think they did a great job of really spreading the ball out, and they were looking for the good shot. The problem is every time they were going in to take that layup, it was either blocked or they turned it over. So it's one of those things where they're working for that great shot, working to get it, take all this time off, get the shot, and then all of a sudden they turn the ball over right before they're getting ready to shoot it, or they missed it twice as well. So it's one of those things where, you know, play your game, do what you need to do, and, you know, Warsaw's done a great job of it.
Full court pressure, Gould in a double team, and he's fouled. Is it on Wolf for stats? Either way, it's only the 4th on NorthWood.
Here's another thing. NorthWood scored on what? 4 of their last 5 possessions, 5 of their last 6. They've scored every time and then slowly have creeped back in it because of that.
Finlayson. Next foul results in free throws. Ball thrown away, but it was deflected by NorthWood. .8 seconds left in this one. Warsaw clinging for dear life to a 3-point lead.
Not that long ago, they led by 10.
Bricker along the sidelines. Double team. Found an open Gould. And Warsaw passing on shots. They want possession, but they couldn't keep it. Here's NorthWood with a chance to tie. Wolf has had the hot hand, but keep an eye on 13-0 and Raider. lingering in the corner.
You got to make a decision here. You're down by 3. You can go for a quick 2.
And a timeout called by Aaron Wolf because he did not like the way that possession was unfolding. 17.8 seconds remaining in this one. NorthWood is out of timeouts.
Chuck, remember when I said there was a distinct advantage for Warsaw in the turnover column? There isn't anymore. NorthWood 16 turnovers, now Warsaw 15. Those turnovers have racked up here in the last 4 minutes of this game as NorthWood is on a 9-2 run here to close this one out and hoping they can get a little bit more here over the hump. But here's the interesting question. Do you go for the quick 2 here, or do you go for the 3?
Well, that's what I wanted to go to Bo Hump with a Bills Heating sideline report. Not only that question, quick 2 versus the 3, but if you're Warsaw, do you just foul right away and take away the 3-point opportunity?
Yeah, I think with Warsaw, I don't know if you foul right away, but you play so aggressive that they can't get open for a 3. And if you get called for a foul, you get called for a foul. NorthWood, on the other hand, yes, they got 3-point shooters. Look for Wolf or Raider to take that shot, but if they are able to get it inside Garage, I think they get it inside to him as well.
And yeah, and Rosh also not the best free throw shooter, right? Obviously, you don't want to foul Wolf because he's 92%, but anybody else, really, stats is 70%, but outside of that, everyone is under that.
Ethan Wolf makes the catch in front of Carson Gould. It's Raider. Thought about pulling the trigger very briefly.
Now you're looking at a 3.
It's Raider for 3. It's short. Rebound, pinballs around. Warsaw has it. Martin is fouled, and the Tigers will be going to the line to seal a victory. The clock reads triple zeros, but the whistle definitely blew before the red light came on.
Really, the only question becomes how much time do they put on? And then what happens with these free throws? You make one free throw, it doesn't matter.
And the official will go talk with the scorers table about how much time to put on the clock. In the meantime, Grant Martin, who you saw at halftime, 69% free throw shooter, taking free throws sponsored by Dental Solutions with 1.8 seconds left. Misses the first.
Well, if you make it, the game's over. If you miss, they still only have 1.8 to get a 3 at the buzzer.
Well, we saw Ethan Wolf hit one at halftime.
I think it'd be longer than a half-court shot, though.
This game's over. Warsaw will take a timeout sponsored by Alderfer Bergen, but the Tigers lead by 4 with 1.8 seconds left. And I can tell you exactly what Matt Moore is saying in this huddle. Do not get near anyone.
Go away. Just stand right here. All 5 of you stand right next to me and don't even go out there. 1.8 seconds, 35-31, and it's academic at this point, but you got to make sure you don't do something accidentally dumb, right? You can't foul. Certainly you can't foul, and you got to make sure you don't. That's basically it. You can't foul. That's the bottom line.
You think of the road wins that Warsaw has had this year. We saw them at Penn win in overtime. They had gone, that was their 5th road win of the year, and now they have a chance to pick up number 6 right here in a place where very few teams have succeeded in the past. The Panther Pit snapping an 18-game NLC win streak for NorthWood.
The quarterback, Owen Raider, will inbound.
Ethan Wolf catch and release, but that won't be enough. And the Warsaw Tigers beat the NorthWood Panthers by a final score of 35-34.
What an excellent game here.
The Tigers and Panthers shaking hands after a heck of an NLC battle. We'll talk with our star of the game, Luke Yeager, and have our electrifying play of the game, and it all comes your way next on the 46 Game of the Week.
Good to go. Standing by with our player of the game, Luke Yeager, 17 points tonight. Great crowd here tonight, very defensive battle. Just talk about this victory tonight and how special it means to you guys.
That was a huge victory. First off, we had stayed together. And that's a big part with this crowd. It was a big crowd. And staying together has helped our composure. And this year, with this young team, I feel like our composure that we've had throughout the season, we've won in close victories, and that has really helped us. So
talk about this madhouse in here tonight. Not only that, NorthWood had won 18 straight conference games. You guys come in here, Warsaw hasn't beaten NorthWood in a while. Talk about what this means to the Warsaw community.
It's a big win, but at the same time, we're still in the conference hunt. This keeps us alive, and I mean, we got to look to the next game. So,
you talk about being a young team, got a lot of juniors on the team. You're one of the seniors, leaders out there. Just talk about how you guys move forward from this. You guys are getting better each week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just getting better every day, stacking days, flipping the page in the book, and that's getting better. So,
hey, congratulations. Best luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by
Whatever they plunked down to get into the Panther pit tonight, they got their money's worth in this one, because the Warsaw Tigers and Northwood Panther fans have no fingernails left after a 35-34 Tiger win that snaps Northwood's 18-game Northern Lakes Conference win streak. Chuck Freeby and Angelo DiCarlo high above the fray here at the pit. What a performance by the Tigers. They are Michiana's road warriors.
Yeah, they really are. They've lost only one game on the road. They've won 3 great games between Northridge, Penn, and Northwood. You know, it's always about the Lukes when it comes to Warsaw in terms of they average about 24 a game, but usually it's Bricker ahead. And tonight it was Yeager, the one leading the way, doing a great job and winning that battle of the bigs insides against Tyler Roche.
And he is our player of the game, standing by now with Bo Hunt.
Standing by with our player of the game, Luke Yeager, 17 points tonight. Great crowd here tonight, very defensive battle. Just talk about this victory tonight and how special it means to you guys.
Yeah, it was a huge victory. First off, we had stayed together. And that's a big part with this crowd. It was a big crowd. And staying together has helped our composure. And this year, with this young team, I feel like our composure that we've had throughout the season, we've won in close victories, and that has really helped us. So
talk about this madhouse in here tonight. Not only that, Northwood had won 18 straight conference games. You guys come in here, Warsaw hasn't beaten Northwood in a while. Talk about what this means to the Warsaw community.
It's a big win, but at the same time, we're still in the conference hunt. This keeps us alive, and I mean, we got to look to the next game. So
you talk about being a young team, got a lot of juniors on the team. You're one of the seniors, leaders out there. Just talk about how you guys move forward from this. You guys are getting better each week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just getting better every day, stacking days, flipping the page in the book, and that's getting better. So,
hey, congratulations. Best luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Bo. And it's time now to look at our electrifying play of the game, brought to us by the electrical workers of Local 153. Despite all the dunks, no doubt what the electrifying play was, because it happened right before the halftime buzzer.
Ethan Wolf throws up the prayer, sinks it home, pounds the chest afterwards. That was a great play, to say the least, for Ethan Wolf, who led the way for Northwood tonight with 16 points.
And we thank our friends at the electrical workers, Local 153, who are making our communities brighter. The Northern Lakes Conference race now has Northwood and Concord in a dead heat at 4-1. Mishawaka is 3-1. Tigers still lingering at 3-2. And if you look at the upcoming schedule in the NLC, all the big boys are basically still playing each other. Northwood still has to play Concord and Mishawaka, the two teams with one loss. Warsaw still has Mishawaka. In fact, that's next Thursday night at the Cave. A lot of fun action for NLC fans in the next 2 weeks.
I have said over and over, I wouldn't be surprised if the NLC champion ends up with 2 losses. We're one step closer to that being a possibility because of the chaos and just really a lot of evenly matched teams. There's a lot of good basketball in the NLC this year, and it's really exciting to see what the finish will hold.
We had a tournament atmosphere here tonight. We'll definitely have a tournament atmosphere next week, because we'll be in the tournament for the girls over at Middlebury. Our thanks to our TV46 crew who brought you this one, led by our production manager, Dean Korsmo, who turned it over to the dynamic duo of the bubbly one, Tony Beltran and Killer Kowalski tonight, leading the charge in a truck full of talented men that bring us high school basketball each and every week. A reminder, more basketball on TV46 tomorrow night. From the Crossroads League, we'll be at the White Camp Center. The Bethel Pilots take on the Goshen Maple Leafs in the US 20 Highway Cup. We'll have it for you Saturday night at 9. If you want Big Ten basketball on the radio, that's Saturday at 3 as Indiana takes on Illinois. And more high school basketball next Friday night with the Northridge girls sectional semifinal. For Angelo DiCarlo and Bo Hunt, Chuck Freeby, once again the final. Warsaw 35, Northwood 34. So long from Hardly Nappin', Napanee.